Oi, oi! Another week, another win. It seems I can get used to this, boys. Chat. I don't know about you lot, but things are going all right so far, aren't they lately? Yeah, here to discuss it. We've got obviously Shane Gooner, we've got DJB, and eventually we will have Normski, the absolute geezer that is Norms. But as oh, here he is. Look at that, right on cue, our geezer Norms, right on cue. He don't mess about, does he?
Right.
He don't mess about, does he? Yeah, how you doing, bud? Good.
Yeah. You all good?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Let's get a bit of normality right here. Yeah, there we go. DJB, let's just get straight into it, man. Obviously, it's another weekend, and it seems like it's another victory for Arsenal. 9 on the bounce. I think that's 7 clean sheets on the spin. It's going all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've overcome a Burnley team on the weekend. Of course, I mean they offered absolutely nothing bar a free kick in the 97th minute, but it was still a professional job. I think we'd have all loved for us to absolutely steamroll them. It was a bit of a poor second half, but you got the job done again. It's a clean sheet. It's an open play goal, buzzing. Another goal from a set piece, of course, which bring them on and starting to piss away rival fans off now, which I quite like. What did you make of it all, man?
It's another efficient performance, isn't it? Defensively, we look efficient. You know, and the thing is with us at the moment, if you don't take your chances, you ain't going to get another one. And you know, we're very, very hard to kind of break down and get chances against. But our fullbacks have been playing really, really well, Aaron, and that's key this season because teams.
I was going to bring that up, yeah.
Teams are not being able to overload us down the flanks. They've not been able to get behind us on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, and they've not been able to overload us. So, and not only that, they drift in attacking positions and they occupy them little spaces that were they're hard to, like Timber and Calafiori, like add that extra kind of threat going forward. But you know, it ain't pretty. And again, it's a set-piece goal that sets us on our way. My biggest concern, and I said this on Lee's, is a bit of in-game management whereby we left Declan Rice on for 90-odd minutes. And when you think he's our key player, along with Timber and Gabriel, I would say they're our key players at the moment. And you need a fit Declan Rice, because if you take Declan Rice out of the equation, then you lose most of your goals in your attacking threat, because he is a dead ball specialist. That's where our goals come from. All our goals come from him. He also scored. He's also now scoring as well. So he's really, really key. So I was surprised the manager kept him on. Again, it's question marks why he does these things. This is why we'll always kind of question him. But on a team point of view, once we were 2-0 up, Burnley never really looked like as if they was going to threaten us. It will come in the season. I'm sure we're going to have bigger tests in the season. I think a test will be on Saturday against Sunderland. I think from watching them tonight, they're very physical, very organised. So that'll be a test on Saturday. But listen, at the moment we're getting the job done. Trossard had a good game. Saka's not really flying at the moment. He's gone off form a little bit. He's not really showing the Saka of old.
No, he looks nowhere near it, does he?
No.
I think nowhere near it.
Yeah, I think the injuries are catching up with him. He looks off it.
Do you reckon, DJB, just quickly on that, do you reckon he needs to just play to his form back, or do you reckon he just needs a rest still? Do you reckon we should be giving him for a long period?
I think
we've got to play him through it.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can play through it. I think he needs minutes away. so he can build up his fitness. He's clearly unfit. You can see that. You can see 100% fit. Saka is on it, and he's not. He's
Will
not.
he ever be 100% again, though? DJ?
No, I
That's
don't
the
think
thing.
he
I
will.
think he's
Shane.
permanently. I think he's
will.
been permanently damaged.
No, I think he has, but he's not. He's not assisting. He's not scoring. So again, he's not going to be the same player. But we knew all this. We spoke about this in streams gone past. We knew that Saka wasn't going to come back the same player. So this is nothing. This is nothing out of the ordinary, because that's what we were speaking about. We all said that Saka wouldn't be the same player that he was back in the day. The thing is, right, Aaron, I've still got a problem with us going forward in the final third. I still don't think, although we was very, very good first half against Burnley, I still don't think we create enough. And at the moment, it's all good because other teams can't break us down. You know, and that's all very, very good. But I'd still like us to create enough. My biggest worry now is Gyokeres is apparently injured, which we'll go on to later.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we will see. We will see. But I'm not going to go down the road of we've won the league and it'll all be by January and it will be done by March, because we've seen it before. We've been in this position before.
Yeah.
So let's just keep our feet on the ground and take it game by game.
I'll tell you what, over the last couple of days, you mentioning that, all I've seen is like load of Talk Sport. You've had it all on Sky Sports. You know, you obviously got the Nevilles coming out and saying this stupid shit. They're all saying, oh, it's basically Arsenal's won the league. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Look how it turns around so easy. You're talking about a team who ain't won it in 21 years, and you tell them they've won it after 10 games.
Yeah, it's nonsense, mate. I mean, before Shane and that comes in, I said it all along, you know, and Shane has said it, and everyone's saying it. We're two or three key players of getting injured for this team to go back to how it looked last season. Because if you take Rice out the equation now and you put Marino up front because he's taking the place of Gyokeres, you're looking at a midfield of Norgard and Zubimendi.
Yeah, it's no good.
So we're literally 2 or 3 kind of potential injuries away from looking pretty ordinary. But at the moment, as I said, it's good. So long may it continue. But there's always buts, my friend. There's always a but.
Yeah. Now, big up to the chat as well, quickly. Smash the likes up, and these guys' links are pinned. So make sure you go and sub them as well if you don't smash a like. Big up to Paul Nash as well, you cheeky bastard. Hope you're doing all well, mate. I know, yeah, you've got to love it. Do you know what I mean? I get it from all angles. That's fine. I'm a big boy. I can take it. Pause. Well, Shane, yeah, sorry, mate. Shane, what do you reckon on it, man? Look, it's a professional win, wasn't it? At the end of the day, it's probably a little bit of an opportunity miss, considering we got the second goal, obviously, rather in the first half. And I just thought, do you know what? It's a real opportunity to kick in. But when Gyokeres went off, we just didn't look on it, really, did we? We didn't look like we wanted. We knew the game was won, wasn't it? And it just made for a bit of a boring second half. But what do you make of it all? Like the substitutions, obviously take out the injury. What do you make of the game in general, man?
But I'll keep my feet firmly on the ground. Look, we can talk about the defence, and they have been great, right? All those clean sheets, you can't argue with them, but it comes at a cost. We have a very good defence, but we force every other player, along with our defenders, to do far too much running. So we'll keep clean sheets. If you people will say, why doesn't every team do that then? Because it's not sustainable. You cannot cover as much ground as we do for a whole season without players dropping like flies. It's why all of our attacking players get long-term muscular injuries. They cover 20 to 30% more ground than anybody else's attacking players. Gyokeres now, Arteta said that he's worried. He's worried about the injury now. It's a muscular injury. He doesn't normally get muscular injuries, right? Why has he got that? We were discussing last week. He covers 20% more ground per game than he did at Sporting, right? Why? What is that going to lead to? We can keep a lot of clean sheets, but I've said it before. The big difference between keeping clean sheets while the rest of your team attacks relentlessly, and you leave gaps, and you take a bit of a risk, and it's risk and reward. We were watching that Sunderland Everton game there, me and my missus said, oh, it's It's really entertaining that the other teams just keep getting the ball off each other. And I said, yeah, because they're taking risky passes. They're trying, it's risk and reward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It won't work all the time, but when it does, you get clean through and you score. Look at City at the weekend. So I look at that. This Gyokeres injury has pissed me off. Why? Because we all knew it was coming. He was running them into the ground.
Yeah.
He's not used to it. He has the training. Look at all of our attacking players. Saka, grade 3. Havertz, grade 3. Martinelli, always injured now. Always injured. Hamstring last season, injured again. Now Gyokeres. Every single attacking player under this manager lapses after a certain stage. And it's not just one or two. It's every single one of them at some point has collapsed because of the way this guy makes them run around. And now if we're out without Gyokeres for even 3 to 4 weeks, like DJ said, then Moreno goes up front. Then this stacked midfield that we have suddenly ain't fucking stacked anymore. Rice playing non-stop.
Yep, just going to say that, yeah.
These guys are oblivious to what this guy is doing to the team. You know, the same 5 all started again, all play through again. He does it over and over and over again. And he'll sit there and they'll say, oh, it's so unfortunate. Gyokeres was just finding form just as he got injured. Now, maybe he's playing his stupid games where there's nothing wrong with him. Who knows? Or what I do know is that Saliba didn't train all week and then started. That's a dangerous game to play, right? That's a dangerous game. The player that's already been...
We didn't need him, did we? We shouldn't need him for that game.
We didn't need him. We didn't need him. Pep Guardiola was playing Bournemouth, who were in second at the time, right? He didn't have Reinders or Rodri in the starting lineup. And he was asked about Reinders, and he said he didn't. He only had his first training session yesterday. And you went, oh, so no way to start him. And he just sort of looked at her. He only had one training session. He couldn't believe that she'd ask him, right? We have a guy with no training sessions, and he starts. Now, this is a game that if Pep loses that, he could be out of the title race. His job could be on the line. And he still left Reinders and Rodri on the bench. Like, that is the difference, man. So when it comes to the end of the season and it's a title running, who's going to have the fit players? We won't. They will. This is the difference. And people, because of these top gooners live so in the moment and everything's perfect and it's always rosy, they don't want to be told what can come. They hate it. When you say Ben White's going to get injured soon, or when we call Timber, when we call Gabriel, when we call Saka, we called them all. Oh, yeah, you're happy now, aren't you? That's their comeback from it. And it's like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Why would I want my own players to get injured? Why I wouldn't even want opposition players to get injured, right? But this is they don't view it that way. Now, Gyokeres will be unlucky. It'll be unlucky, even though Bundy's come out himself and said, oh, well, you know, it's very rare because he doesn't get muscular injuries. Yeah, but he hasn't trained under you, mate, before, has he? Yeah. Now he has. Matt Wakey as well. Let's add Matt Wakey to the ones that have come in and dropped under this guy's training. Eze will drop soon under this guy's training.
I think even useless Norgard's got injury, isn't he?
Norgard got injured straight away. Straight away, he was out for a month and a half after 6 months. Hincapié got injured straight away, right? All these players that come into his training regime, and if Gyokeres is covering, like I said, minimum 20% more per game, and he's playing the full 90 all the time, of course it's going to lead to it can't not lead to a muscular injury. That's 20% harder than he's been doing, and it's more intensive running. You look at but City are playing Haaland all the time. You know, he plays 90 minutes all the time. Number one, he got subbed off while he was on a hat-trick. And number two, he covers about half the ground that Gyokeres does in the game because he just waits. He can go 30 minutes without a touch, and they don't care. And when you see him in that game, he just makes a run. He doesn't look. He knows they'll find him every single time. Or they'll at least try to find him. You see the second goal, he just arced his run. I think it was Cherky, first time played it through, and he was gone. That's Gyokeres. He's making that run 7-8 times, and the pass isn't coming. And that's all minutes. It's going in the legs. It's all, and it's everything that this manager does is based around everyone else defending. So you can say all these. I've said it before. Everton kept one less clean sheet 2 years ago under Deutsch than us, and they finished nowhere because they played 10 men behind the ball. So you can keep clean sheets that way. But if you want to win leagues, you can't play 10. You can't keep running everybody back. Sacrifice letting in a goal here and there for an extra 20 goals. And Rice looks like he's running on fumes. He looks like he's running on fumes. Now, if he pulls up, and me and DJ have been saying this for time, not only do you take away his set pieces where most of our goals have come from, you take away, he sacrifices his body so Zubamendi and Odegaard or whoever, Eze, look slightly better. You know what I mean? He makes them better. Yeah. So, look.
How good was he on the weekend? That's what you miss,
Rice.
isn't it? Sorry to just quickly cut you there. Declan Rice. I mean, I was watching the game, and you just at both ends, the geezer was just absolutely
brilliant. He's
unbelievable,
brilliant.
wasn't he?
But
I mean, it was almost a faultless performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he's not going to pick out a pass the way Lewis Skelly did against Atletico. He doesn't have that in his locker, but he does everything else so well, right? That he's so important. So protect him. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll finish on this, and I'll repeat what I said. If City lose to Bournemouth, who were in second, people, they were in second place. It's not just a walkover game, it's Bournemouth. Pep Guardiola could be 9 points behind and his job's on the line. He still rested his two most important midfielders because he didn't need to play them. He brought them on to get some legs in them or minutes in the legs. That's the difference. And people say, oh, well, maybe he should have played them. What if they lost? They didn't lose, and he cared about the players. So I'm firmly keeping my feet on the ground. We have a tough game against Sunderland, and we have Chelsea's and Tottenham's and Villa twice in December. We only have to lose a couple on the spin. City win a couple, and it's all changed over. I mean, they could be 3 points behind us. We could be 9 ahead of them. I know there's a flip side to it, but we need to just keep our feet firmly on the ground. City start like this every year under Guardiola, and apart from last season, they go like a steam train after Christmas. And people talk about our squad depth. I think they have more squad depth than us when you look at it. The players that were on the bench for them. World-class players that were on the bench. So, yeah, I'm firmly keeping my feet on the ground. Give it till Christmas. If we're a mile ahead of Christmas, I might change my mind. But we've got Mikel Arteta as manager, and they've got Pep Guardiola. So I think that's all you need to know.
Yeah. No, facts, man. 100%. We got Normski as well. Waited patiently as ever, as you do. What do you reckon on it, man? Because like I said to Shane, it's quite a straightforward sort of victory for Arsenal, but you still got to go out there and do it. We have under different teams, etc., and then different managers for Burnley, different play styles. We've struggled there before, so it's just nice to go out there and get a comfortable win. We got another goal from a set piece again. Who cares? We got another goal from open play this time. But what did you make of the game? Do you think that it was considering, like, it was a possible banana skin? We got away with it. What do you reckon?
I mean, going into the game, listen, you can't take any game, for granted. So going into this game, listen, we're on a great winning streak at the moment. They're not conceding any shots, and was it 5 games in a row? Since the Newcastle game. So it's great what we're seeing. That the defensive record is fantastic. Now, I think the problem is, and it seems to be filtering out to all the channels and all the main media about this, having this defensive record and trying to beat Chelsea. Too much emphasis is put on that. Listen, it's great that we've got a great defense and it's fantastic, But as you all said, in terms of our forward line, doing a lot of work, when you see, I mean, it was one of the best games I've seen Gyokeres play for us. You know what I mean? Running the channels, picking out a pass, all of that, and obviously scoring, getting that goal, which was great for him. Do you know what I mean? For his confidence in that. But as you said, if he's running 20-30% more than usual, there's bound to be some sort of muscle fatigue or injury, and that's come at a cost. And the problem is we haven't got anybody to come in and back him up, because as soon as Moreno came in the side, Moreno's not the sort of guy that can stretch teams. Do you know what I mean? He's a sort of guy that will sort of pick the ball up, drop deep for it, and then try and bring players into play. He hasn't got the speed to beat the last man or anything like that, or playing on the shoulder.
He's not lightning quick, is he?
He's not lightning quick. He's your typical box crasher, as we all know him to be. The game in itself, as I said, first half was fantastic. I mean, Declan Rice run his socks, run his into the ground. You know what I mean? I mean, the guy is absolutely fantastic. His deliveries of crosses, his work rate. A lot of the times he's doing a lot of running for Zubimendi. I'm not going to say that Zubimendi didn't have he had an okay game, but he's doing a lot of running. You know what I mean? And they say hard work is part of the game and that, but we're running a lot more than other players. And when I watched like Man City, as you said, Shane said, with Victor Gyokeres, I mean, he just waits, and he knows exactly when that ball's going to come. I mean, you watch it was Gonzalez. I think he dropped deep for the ball. Harden dropped deep for, laid it off to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez had the mind to see. I think it's Chertsky. Nods it, lobs it to him. He just sees my guy, makes the run, nods it over to him. Because the thing with Aston Villa, they like to play, not Aston Villa, sorry, with they like to play a high line. So obviously, they got caught out. It was they just played into the hands. So for me, going back to our game, first half was fantastic. Second half, as I say, my guy Moreno came on for Gyokeres, and a couple of changes were made. Eze just needs to, again, I keep saying it every week, he needs to impose himself on the game more. I think he just looks kind of shy. This kind of shy Eze. I want to, he's still dazzled by the headlights of playing for this great club. But I think he needs to impose himself a lot more on the game. I mean, overall, Trossard had a decent game. Saka, listen, I think the injuries is the thing that's really holding him back. You look, 0 assists, is it 21 games, 1 goal, 1 non-penalty goal in 16 games.
Me and Lee was going through it, I think. Online. Yeah, it's no good.
Yeah, so
really,
it's not good. People don't like us talking about the star boy, but you have to bring it up.
Yeah,
and a lot of it, go on. I mean, I'll say a lot of it is down to the way Mikel Arteta has run a lot of these players into the ground. And come the Christmas period, where you're going to have a lot more games coming thick and fast, you need these guys fit. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, we've got all these players coming back, but you need these key players fit, because if you lose the likes of Declan Rice, if you lose the likes of Gabriel Magalhaes, if you lose the likes of Zubimendi, and you've got Moreno and you've got Norgard coming in, more chances than anything, we're going to revert back to last season, end up drawing a lot of games. That's what's going to happen. We won't lose games, we'll draw a lot of games. And that's going to be our downfall. And you've got Man City who are 6 points behind us. They're starting to kick into gear, and they're just slowly doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? And the way Pep is rotating the side and not just playing them for the sake of playing them. As I say, you look at their depth and you saw the players coming on. I was like, what? It's the quality of players that are coming on. I was thinking, wow. You know what I'm going to say? So at the end of the day, yes, it was a professional win. But again, I keep saying Mikel Arteta has to manage this. These set of players properly, and as I keep saying, we need to just keep our feet on the ground. We're getting a little bit too carried away. A lot of the fans are getting a bit carried away. The media's are getting carried away. Opta has got us winning this league by 80 points, and Liverpool and Man City finishing second behind us on 69 points. So there's a lot of emphasis put on Arsenal. It's like we're going to walk the league. We're only 10 games in. There's another 28 games to go. We don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. What we just got to do is take it game by game. Tough game. I watched the Sunderland game. They are a very physical side. I think we can go there and win, but we're just not let's go there overconfident. Do you know what I mean? We need to go there, lay down a marker. I'm just hoping that if Gyokeres has got a niggle, it's just a niggle. And like Shane said, it might be a case of even though he's saying he didn't train, he probably end up playing on that weekend. But it's a physical game. You don't want to get him to do more damage than necessary. So if, say, tomorrow we got the Slavia Prague game, just keep him on the bench. Don't even play him. Don't even just rest him and make sure he's ready for that Sunderland game coming up. But overall, listen, I'm happy with where the team is at, but we still have to nitpick at the little areas that need improving, and I still feel like our attack still needs to for me improve even more.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't know whether it had any direct correlation for Gyokeres going off, but as soon as he went off, our performance went to absolute shit. Now, I don't know whether that was just because we went into game management mode after 45 minutes or whatever. I'm not too sure. Maybe the players just knew it was one and just went mare in the second half. That's more worrying if it's that case, to be fair. But I sort of kind of do hope that there was no sort of like link between that, because we looked quite poor when he went on. So when he was there, it was his best game, or best 45 minutes, of course, because he got subbed off. Thought it was pretty good, but it leaves us a little bit short up there now. And obviously Mikel Arteta's come out and he said he's concerned, are his words. So you never know. This is the frustrating thing, whether he's playing games or not, Arteta. So you can never really take whatever he says at face value. But he goes on to say, definitely he's not available for the Slavia Prague trip, rather. He hasn't trained today, and we need to do more tests and scans over the next few days to understand the full extent of the injury. This game is not available. So obviously he's just chipping away and saying that's just the one game, just the Tuesday that is not available. I'm concerned because he hasn't had any muscular injuries and needed to leave the pitch as he was feeling something. It's never a good sign for a player who is explosive. We are digging in a little bit more to understand the extent, and we are in terms of the injury, and we are where we are rather in terms of the injury. So it's a little bit vague. But DJB, man, what do you sort of reckon? We touched a little bit. I think Shane was mentioning saying that Marino's the likely one to go up top, but then all of a sudden you're running Declan Rice into the ground because he's staying on for 90 minutes. You know, what can you see him doing for that game? Do you reckon it's Marino up top? And how bad do you reckon we'll miss Gyokeres, bud? Oh, you're on mute, D. I think. You're on mute, brother.
I've done a Kenny Ken special here, didn't I? Let's look at the facts, right? Gyokeres, he's scored goals. Okay, he hasn't scored many that we'd liked, but he has scored goals. He's running off the ball and that he works really, really hard. So he's really, really working hard up front, and that gives us an option. Yeah. I still think I want to see a little bit more from him personally, but you know he is scoring goals. The biggest thing is I don't know why everyone's panicking, because apparently we've got the best squad in Europe, we've got the best squad in the world. So if Gyokeres is injured, why is everyone panicking? This is what I want to know.
Absolutely.
The fact of the matter is, our squad is our squad. We've got Eze doing Eze not a lot. Eze in moments, but we haven't really seen the proper Eze. So you can't really say he's going to step up. Saka, we've just spoken about, is out of form. Marino has not really had much game time. So there's that dilemma. The bottom line is we haven't got a striker to replace him. We haven't got an out-and-out number 9 to replace him. So we keep banging on about how brilliant our squad is and the depth we've got. Well, we haven't, have we? Because we haven't got a replacement number 9. I would, if it was me, and I think he deserves it because he has scored goals this season, vital goals this season, and he's looked okay. I'd put Martinelli down the middle. People are going on about People are going on about. Oh, he's injured as well, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, I forgot. But
we've got the young man here. Yeah,
if he was fit and he gets back to fitness, but I don't know how long he's going to be out, that would be an option. Putting Martinelli, if Gyokeres is going to be out long term, put Martinelli down the middle. But this is what I'm saying. We bang on, or everyone bangs on about our squad depth. Well, this is what we've been saying. It's only going to take 2 or 3 injuries, and suddenly our squad depth looks pretty similar to last season. So if you put Marino up front, we're not looking a lot different from last season.
Weaker.
So this is what I'm trying to say. It's okay whilst we're on this wave and while we're on the wave. But when it goes crashing on the beach and players get injured, we suddenly look back to where we started from. And then the whole outlook looks a lot different. We haven't got a replacement number 9. So all this money we've spent, where is he? Oh, Marino. Oh, he's a midfield player.
Oh, Trossard.
Trossard. But he's not a forward. Martinelli. Oh, he's injured. Eze plays in the 10. And also, Eze is not showing the Eze form that he did at Crystal Palace. So there lies a problem. So this is a problem. If these scans and everything comes back and he's got some sort of tear on his hamstring or something like that and he's out for 5-6 weeks, that takes us over the Christmas period.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it all looks a bit different because we've already said that November is a tough month. You got Bayern and then you got Spurs and Chelsea, so we're not being negative. We're just telling you what it looks like because at the moment, the only thing that everyone can see is diamonds and pearls and gold and silver and, fit women
Happiness.
around. Everything's happy and free beer on the bar and, everything's good. You walk in, driving around in Aston Martins and all that, and all the world is fantastic. No, it's not. The bottom
Someone's
line
happy place in heaven, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, exactly. The bottom line is there's a football team to run, and the bottom line is that it only takes 2 or 3 injuries, and suddenly this squad looks different. So let's give you a little taste of the squad. Gyokeres is injured, no replacement. Marino goes up front. If Rice gets injured, you've got Norgard and Zubamendi in midfield. Out of form Eze, out of form Saka. Now look at the fixture list and look at the lineup.
Yeah.
Completely different outlook. So this is a worry. Gyokeres is a worry. And as I said, I'm not sort of getting too excited over Gyokeres because I still think the best is yet to come from him. But he is our only number 9 and he is our only option. And a team that spent £1 billion and we've still only got one option as a backup.
Yeah.
Well, we've got no option. We've got no option as a backup.
I think what should have happened is when Havertz was injured and obviously Martinelli had to sort of start to come back into form of that. And as you rightly said, DJP, when he was fit, maybe rotating because obviously coming into the side, he's played every single game. So he's bound to be absolutely knackered. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And not only
that's what's going to happen. Yeah,
you've got to remember though, Norms, right? That Gyokeres started the season and he wasn't fully fit.
That's exactly.
Because he didn't train. Because he didn't. Yeah. He downed tools at his last club, so he didn't do any pre-season training.
Yeah.
So when he came into the Arsenal team, he wasn't fully fit anyway. And we've played him every single game as a lone striker.
Yep. And he's doing a lot, and he works hard.
Chasing down defenders,
and he's doing more running than any other striker in the league, DJ.
This is what I'm saying.
Even with no pre-season, he makes them do more running. He doesn't have any plan put in place to say, listen, mate, you will have to, in time, have to do all this closing now and just do some of it now until you get up to speed. I'll take you off when we're winning.
Down with muscular injury.
So we can't have any sympathy for us, DJ, when these players start dropping like flies. This guy does it every single time. And he's in that press conference as well saying when he's asked with the injuries
as well, though, mate.
Exactly.
It's not impact, it's muscle.
Well, he's passing the buck again tonight when he was pushed on why did we get so many injuries to our forward players? Oh, it's a mystery. It's a mystery. We had lots of knee injuries. They're not fatigue. And he's throwing all the... Give it a fucking rest, mate. Like, how can I'm so sick and tired of it. I really am. I'm so sick and tired of this guy. We said that he will be the one to shoot us in the foot. People will go, you're getting carried away. We're on a winning streak. And they don't look ahead. Like you said, DJ, we're coming into fucking December when we play Villa twice. You know what I mean? If we have Trossard up front, and you don't win leagues with Trossard up, you don't win leagues with Marino up front. You don't.
And the thing is, Jane, you come into the business end of the season. Christmas onwards, over the Christmas period, is the business end of the season. He's the last player you don't want. But this is what I'm trying to say. Everyone goes on about squad depth and we've got the best squad in Europe and everything else.
He doesn't rotate them though, so it doesn't mean anything.
How do you come to having the best squad in Europe when we haven't even got a backup striker?
Yeah, one player gets injured and it's back to square one again.
And we're like, who are we playing up front? Marino, but he's a midfield player.
Yeah, but we're told. But we're told that. But the narrative is that we're told that because he performed against Real Madrid and we beat them over 2 legs, that's why he has, the jurisdiction to play up front. That's a one-off game. That's a one-off game.
What about all the games we lost in between?
But the problem is we are potentially lining up. We're potentially lining up not much different up front to what we were last season. And if Odegaard comes back, he's going straight back in the number 10 because Eze hasn't impressed enough for him not to be out of the team.
Yep. It wouldn't make a difference what Eze did.
You're looking at come Christmas, you're looking at a similar lineup if Gyokeres is out that long.
Well, the thing is, I was going to say as well was if it is just a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe the international break kind of saves us. Yes, obviously you'd like him for the Sunderland game, but maybe if it is just the lower end of anything muscular. I mean, I don't know whether Arteta will probably end up playing him and causing a 4-monther.
That's what I mean. He'll rush him back, Aaron.
Yeah. That's the worrying thing. Maybe we'll get away with it. But I mean, it's a frustrating one, isn't it? You know, without Victor Gyokeres, Shane, we didn't look very good in that second half.
Yeah.
And yet again, you know, it's Mikel Arteta unable to use his squad properly and adequately to rotate the guy. Why has he played so many minutes? I think up until that point, I think he had played pretty much, I think, every minute, didn't he? I know he'd started all the games. I think he played pretty much every minute. And I know that people will say, oh, well, you know, you got Jesus and Havertz out. Why is Havertz out? Ran him into the ground. Why is Jesus out? Rushed him back. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm
And he
saying?
has
It's all
to rotate.
self-inflicted.
But he doesn't
It's all
rotate.
self-inflicted.
This is the thing. We were told, oh, once he has a squad, he'll rotate. And we said he won't. And it's the main players that he doesn't rotate. He'll rotate fucking Trossard and Martinelli. Woo. It doesn't matter. But, you know, we don't need to protect them. You know what I mean? Even Calafiori, who is injury prone, is getting flogged. Right? You know, he doesn't play him in the League Cup. Fair enough. He mightn't play him tomorrow night. Maybe. He didn't against Atletico. I'll give him that. But Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Royce, and Saka, minimum 2 of them will drop at some point this season, probably 3, maybe more. And people say, oh, that's so negative. You can't look. It's just this thing because we know it's coming. And then people say, oh, well, you're being negative. I said last week on my stream that Gyokeres has the 1,000-yard stare when he's playing now. He looks exhausted. He looks absolutely exhausted. And someone said, oh, you know, it's just that the Viking blood, the Norwegians look like that all the time. I said, no, he looks exhausted.
It's only a quarter of the season, right? Shane. Only a quarter of the season. You're right. But after your players look exhausted, it's a quarter of the season.
Yeah, but we do. So you pulled it up before, Aaron, the season City won the league. All their main players did it was a massive number less running than our players do. So the big squad doesn't matter. You know, we have to remember that we were 5-0 up against Leeds. We were 3-0 up against Forest. He's had chances to take this guy off. He's had chances to take him off. He's had chances just to rest him. You know, you don't have to start him because you could play with a false line. And the funny thing is, when he had Jesus and Havertz fit a couple of years ago, he pulled surprises ever so often by playing Trossard as a false nine and putting them on the bench. Even when he didn't have to do it, he'd do it. So, you know, there's games where you can say, listen, mate, you don't have to start. And also, you have to tell him, you don't run him into the ground. You have to say, you close them down, but you don't go full pelt. They wear those things on their back. They know the exact amount of ground they covered. We know. So all the people that work with Arteta know. All the boffins with the data know, and they'll tell him he's doing 20% more running than he was. You need to slow him down. No. Just keep running him. It's like he accept. Maybe it's because he's a narcissist. He just doesn't believe that anything can go wrong for him, and if it does, it's someone else's fault, and it can't be anything to do with him. So there's no player management. You know what I mean? So I just look at it now and I go, I mean, it's only going to get worse. And like DJ said, once one drops, then someone else has to fill in and then they cover more ground. And then I can't rest him now. And I can't, you know what I mean? He's going to play Royce tomorrow night. There's no need for it. There's no need to play Royce tomorrow night. We're playing Slavia Prague, man. Right? We're playing Bayern next. And as well, if Royce gets the Bayern game, he'll play him. He'll start him because Zubamendi's suspended. He'll start him. He could start with Norgard and put Eze and Wanyeri in the 10, hits them off the park. No. He'll start Royce. He'll run him into the ground. He'll get him booked. And we'll be having this argument again come Bayern. This guy, you can't have any sympathy for him. And the problem is he's doing it to something I love, which is my team. And all the top gooners will say, you're so negative. Look at this. We're winning and you're still complaining. I just see what's coming down the road. I'm sorry. I had a little bit of hope there for the first time last week. And then this happened. And it's just this injury because I knew it was coming. And now, even if it is just a week, they'll come back and say, oh, hold that. You said he was out. Yeah, it's not the point. He'll go down with a long-term injury soon. If it's not long-term now, it will be because they'll rush him back and they'll run him into the ground. And, you know, when Havertz comes back, but then we'll have a striker. He'll drop again very soon. I think he's done, Jesus style. You can't have 2 long-term injuries like that in a row and not have it, especially with the way this guy makes them run. So, yeah, my hope, the little bit that I've gotten is just being flattened because I look at the open play goals. I look at, we were comfortable and all this and that. We know what happens to this manager when he loses a game and the pressure grows. He starts saying stupid shit and he makes silly decisions. We know what happens when another team puts the pressure on him. We know what happens when it gets to Christmas. We've seen it a million times before. And he's probably sitting there thinking, they'll just buy me a new player in January. I don't want them to. I don't want them to buy him any more players. He's had his goal now. If he doesn't get over the line, good luck to you, mate. Absolutely good luck to you. And I'm actually furious. I'm furious now because I saw it coming, and I don't know why I get so annoyed when I know it's coming. It's just I don't know. I'm just furious, man, that another player's gone down with a muscle injury. This guy's a lunatic.
Yeah. Do you know what? There's something that you said just at the end of that, and it was saying about you don't want him to have any money in January. This might sound a little bit odd. I agree with you. If we're behind and chasing it, I'm like, nah, dude. Like, no way. Absolutely no way. You've had enough. If we're quite coasting and there's a good player available and it's just a nice little addition, say we're 5, 6, 7, 8 points left, I actually changed my point of view on that. I think, do you know what? Like, you're just adding it on like sort of on top. That's a little cherry on the top of the ice. And you probably would disagree. But yeah, I think if he's behind, I'm like, nah, sod you, mate. And it's probably a little bit backwards logic. But I just think, now you've had enough to make up the ground. If he's ahead, I'm like, do you know what? Yeah, maybe a little topper like a Kravitz-Skelly-esque left winger comes available. I mean, yeah, let's just say for argument's sake, you know, it did come available for 50 million, 60 million, whatever it may be. If we're behind, I'll be sitting there thinking you shouldn't have needed Semenyo after spending all this fucking money. However, I don't know why. It might sound a little bit silly. I don't know if anyone.
No point signing them attacking players, Aaron. There's no point getting them attacking players. He doesn't know how to use them. You know what I mean? He may as well have it
for the next manager, Shane.
For the next manager, fair enough.
Yeah. For the next manager, because I mean, look, it's funny, man, because everyone's so giddy, and there's something that these legends in this panel have all said, and I've already said it as well. Keeping your feet on the ground. That's what it's all about. We're not stupid enough, naive enough, foolish enough to sit there and think, do you know what? That's that. We're not booking any tickets to where is it? Is it in Bucharest this year, or is it? I'm not sure where the Champions League final is.
Budapest.
Yeah, Budapest. That's the one. That's the one. Nearly, almost. You know, we're not booking that there. You know, we're not planning. We're not putting champions on the back of our shirts. We've got our feet nicely grounded because we've seen this guy repeatedly, time and time again, fail. Mate, I've seen this geezer. I mean, he's not such a bad fella, but when he talks about Arsenal, he goes a little bit fucking doolally. Positive Dan. He done a little clip. I thought, do you know what? I'll have a little watch of it. And he was saying this. It was his Burnley reaction, and he was started talking about quadruples. He started talking about winning 5 in a row. He started talking about us dominating for the next decade. I'm sitting there thinking, you've only played 10 fucking games. Like, we only played 10 games, and instantaneously, Arsenal have already won 4 World Cups. We've got more Champions Leagues than Real Madrid. We've surpassed Liverpool for Premier League results, and we're the most successful team in England ever. So thinking, how can you come to that after 10 fucking games? I don't know.
And he's also talking as if this manager's been there and done it, won premierships. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. He's forgotten that when he's predicting all of this, and when they predict all of this, there's one thing they're forgetting. This manager's been there before and fucked it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was absolutely crucified last week on Dan's. But what I was trying to say is there's no proof that we've won the Premiership before under this manager. There's proof that he's effed it up. There's proof that he's got to semi-finals and lost. They're all the facts. So we're just all being cautious. We're not saying that, you know, we're not over the moon where we are. We're top of the league and we're playing, you know, we're hard to beat and we've only conceded 3 goals. All that's brilliant. But the facts of the matter is we've been here before.
Yeah.
We've been on unbeaten runs before and everything else. And when it's come down to the nitty-gritty and the push and the semi-final over 2 legs. We're a goal behind. What do I do? We've been here before. Oh dear, we've drawn a couple of games and their City are suddenly 4 points behind us. We've been here before. So why is it a crime to be a little bit cautious? Why have I got to be all like, oh yeah, we're going to win this and we're going to win the Champions League, we're going to win the league, we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
I'm tired of people. I mean, I saw the show last week and people saying that you're on fraud watch.
A gal of all people to talk to DJ.
Listen. The past 6 years they've been on fraud watch because every year it's the same old. We've never come and said that you're on. We just said, look, at the end of the day, we're seeing basically a manager that's failed time in, time again. That's what we can. That's the only thing we can go on. What they do is they just go on. They go on these moments. They have these little
feelings.
You know what I mean?
And the records.
And all the records and all that. So that's what they're going on. And we have we do not have to apologize to anybody. What do you mean you will? You need to apologize for what? For saying it as it is for 6 years.
For being right.
For being right. You know what I mean? And it makes you laugh. It makes you laugh. And then as soon as you tell them facts, and they think that you want to rock with them. What do you mean? Why is every top gooner thinking that we want to fight or want to let's go down the pub and have a brawl? Wherein our bottom gooners getting threatened. Yeah, getting threatened. People on my stream have said, well, I've been threatened. Yeah, in front of my kids. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing. At the end of the day, right? We've seen it all before, and at the end of the day, it's about being cautious. It's great where we are, but let's just, as you said, keep our feet on the ground and stop getting giddy, because it can come all crumbling down. Yeah, we can dream, but I don't want it to end in a nightmare. We've seen it too many times, 3 times in a row. It's ended in a nightmare.
It's too premature. Way too premature, isn't it, boys? The minute now, look, I'm happy to always call it as it is, and sort of when I see things, I'll say, look, things are okay at the minute. I'm not saying they're perfect, but I'll tell you what, I'm quite happy Arsenal sitting 7 points clear of Liverpool and 6 of Man City at the minute. I'm happy that we are at the minute getting results over the line. But I mean, this can change very, very quick. Look at Liverpool, man. I was sat there after game 5 and thinking, these lot could go invincible here. Do you know what I mean? Like, these lot are going to win the league at a canter. And all of a sudden, click. You have a couple of bad games, confidence goes, and all of a sudden, look at our fixtures coming up now. We got Sunderland coming up at the weekend. Yeah, I do expect us to win. No, it's going to be a lot trickier. We got Sunderland coming up. Let's just say we have that, because we've got a bad or a poor result coming in us. It just is what it is. You can't keep winning every game. Yeah. If you draw that and then all of a sudden draw the North London derby, the Chelsea games are an absolute must-win. And what Chelsea are a roller coaster. They're like that. They can give you the shittest performance of their life, or they can be unbelievable. So it just doesn't take much for things to change around, because you're only on match day 10. If we were sat on this level of points and it was match day 33, I'll be going, well, do you know what? We ain't done it yet. If there's anyone that can blow it, it's him. But fucking fair enough. Then I'd understand everyone else's giddiness a little bit more, because you're like, it's well and truly in your hands here. You can mess up essentially a game in a bit and still get over the line. But it's not. It's match day 10. Match day 10. There's some tricky games coming up. They're all tricky. Well, you just got to keep your feet on the ground, man. It's not fucking hard, is it? I just don't know how people get so deluded. I already see people online going, you owe us an apology. For what? Like you were saying, what we actually got to apologise to you. And even if we did, why the fuck would we do it in October? Like, or November? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
What's the apology for? Like,
what's the apology for? For having an opinion?
Because
let's be honest,
right? This is what it's all been building up to now, apparently.
Yeah. But the problem is right. The problem is right, Aaron. Is we're all going on about how brilliant we are, and we have been brilliant. We have started the season well, but Man City are only 6 points behind. They're 6 points behind. We're not like 10, 12 points clear going into Christmas. They're 6 points behind, guys. With a goal machine up front, who is a proper goal machine. He ain't like a tapping merchant, or he's a proper goal machine. So at the end of the day, and he's flying. And if you've got that in your locker, you're going to score goals. And look, at the end of the day, it's true. We've got to keep our feet on the ground. I can't be doing with all this. Best team here and best team there and this, that, and the other. Well, let's go and prove it. And then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we've been labelled, the best team in Europe. Like, I'm sitting there thinking, do you know what? We're probably somewhat up there or thereabouts. We're not a bad outfit at all whatsoever, But what do you mean best team in Europe? The second we come up against good or decent teams, again, in knockout competition, we got fucking taken the piss out of. Bayern Munich, we didn't put a glove on them. At first, at the home game, we was actually half decent, but they just took their chances when we got them. We fluffed it up. We didn't take ours. The first game, not too bad. We didn't do anything to them in Munich. And then you get all the giddy fuckers going, oh yeah, we beat PSG 2-0 at home. I mean, all of us on this panel in this world-class chat were like, listen, man, it's totally different circumstances. When you get to knockouts in the semi-final, it's a totally different game with a manager as well that has won this competition. There's no surprise we conceded after a fucking few minutes. Like that's weren't in your plan, was it? Let's just go to. But what about the Real Madrid game? Yeah, that was 2 matches that meant absolute sod all last year. I walked out the stadium absolutely buzzing. That was for about 2 hours. What else? Oh yeah, but the 2-0 win against PSG, yeah, that was good. There was about 4 or 5 games. I left the Emirates Stadium last year and thinking, yeah, that was pretty fucking good, wasn't it? Yeah, that was all right. There's 23 games, 24, 25 games there last season. What we're doing here, that's 20% of games. I'm actually quite happy with them. We've just got to keep the feet on the ground, and I know we all do here anyway. It's made this YouTube bit a little bit intolerable. I'm not going to lie.
It's becoming like X. It's becoming like some of the stuff that I'm seeing. It's becoming like X. Honestly, mate. Sometimes I just turn it off. I'm like, you know what? I can't listen to this. I can't. I need to sit down and have a decent football conversation without having pointing fingers and I'm better than you and blah blah blah. Apologize and blah blah. This. Get out of here, man. Yeah. Let's have a proper football conversation. Yeah, proper football conversations. And we're not getting
That's
enough.
What we all come on it for, isn't it?
It's getting diluted, mate. It's getting diluted.
Yeah, with apology shit and all of that. That's what it is. That's what it is with all of that. See, I told you so things. I'm like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Oh, I can't wait to see how miserable you'll be when Arteta wins the Premier League. I won't be miserable. What are you talking about? We're talking about us.
That's the way they word it as well, Aaron. That's the way they word it when Arteta wins the league. That's the way they word it.
Not Arsenal. Not Arsenal.
You know what I mean? Not Arsenal when Arteta wins the league. Yeah.
Yep. It's ridiculous, man. Big up to Suge. What's he saying here? Suge, big up, brother. Big up to the person whose existence proves that intelligent design doesn't exist. Proof evolution is bullshit. Adam, thank you very much. The Thunderbum, Sean.
I'll take
the
that.
Legendary gents, of course. The legends, the geezers, the fridge freezers, and DJB and Normski, and of course the chat. Thank you very much, Suge. And he's saying hit the like and subscribe. Please do so. Suge just said it. So, I mean, he'll come for you if you don't. You know what I mean? And you don't want that.
Sorry, Aaron. Suge, I think he softened on me. I think he softened on me because he gave me a bit of abuse today in my chat with a super chat. But then the next one, he turned on the chat. And in this one, all he's done is thunder. And he's really gone for you. So maybe I finally won Suge over. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not too sure, That's that. We'll see with his next comment, won't he? Just put anything in, Suge. Have a little right of it. Shane redeemed himself. What's he done? Tell me. I can't be in your bad books forever, Suge. Come on, man. And he's come back in. Big up to Suge. We love a bit of Suge. People won't like this. But I think Saka on this form is not top 7 in our squad. I put back 5, including Calafiori, MLS, Rice, Gyokeres, and before Saka. Do you know what? On form, of course. That's quite an interesting one, and let's run with this for a minute. I actually agree. Saka's been absolutely atrocious this year. Whether it's his fault, whether he's just still not really right, whether he's a bit out of form, whether it's all of the above, he's not been that good. And we was always challenging, and I say this all the time, we was always challenging Saka to have that Mo Salah-esque season, and I compare him with Mo Salah because it's the positional at all, and have that season where you score all them goals and you win him the Premier League. He hasn't done that yet, albeit carry Arsenal Football Club for a long, long, long time. He still hasn't managed to do that. And that's a worrying thing. And when you're seeing a player like this, apparently he's fit. Apparently he's ready and fit. Well, look at the numbers. He's not scoring. He's not assisting. He's one of the worst attackers that we've got in the team at the minute. Something needs to change. And, if we had a fully firing Bukayo Saka, I'd be a little bit more confident about the league. You know that? Like if he looked like he, before the injury, Bukayo Saka, able to beat his man very easily, step inside and whip the ball in the top corner frequently as well, more than anything, I'll be a little bit more confident. But and there's also another bit of theirs, and I'll let someone else come in with this. Calafiori, do you know what? I've not really been a big fan of his. Last season, I think quite rightly so. He's been a little bit poor, injury prone, so he never really got to see anything. This year, been solid. I'm not going to wax lyrical about him like I would Timber because Timber's been It's just different gravy, that geezer. He's different gravy, Timber. But tell you what, fair play to Calafiori. One, he stayed fit. But two, he's actually been good. He's actually been half bad. Not been half bad. He's slotted there quite nicely. And to be fair, while he's playing like this, I'm quite happy for him to be a bit of a mainstay in the Arsenal squad. What do you boys reckon about Calafiori?
Yeah. I think Calafiori's been much better, but he set the bar so low. Let's get it right. He did set the bar so low with his early performance. But the thing is, and DJB has mentioned it, that we don't let our fullbacks get overloaded, but our fullbacks get massive protection from the wing track back so much. We do have to take that into account. Timber is world class, or he's getting close to world class. Defensively, he's the best right back in the world, I think, defensively one-on-one. He can handle himself, which makes the flogging of Saka tracking back make less sense. If Timber could handle himself on his own, like the way Lauren used to, he didn't need... Listen, Freddie Ljungberg, whoever was out, but he didn't need it all the time. So with our fullbacks and our defence, as good as they are, and I've said it, we have the best defence in the world. I will compliment them on current form, yes, without a doubt. But we do have we give so much protection to them, but it comes at a cost. At Wakey, Saka, we've gone through them all these wingers that are tracking back, all these. So look for me, Calafiori's he's still on fraud watch for me. I think defensively, see him like the rest of the team if we have a little bit of a wobble, and then see him then, because that's when a true can come out the other end. When you have a bit of a wobble and it's not all praise every week, it's not all he was the best player on the pitch and all that. It's a little bit of criticism here. Defensively, he has a lot of work to do. I don't like that he's made go wandering out right wing and stuff like that. That can be a bit unfair on him, because then if we do get cut out on his side, he gets the blame when he's being told to go.
I don't know if it's me, but you keep breaking up a little bit, Shane.
Breaking up, yeah. You all right, Shane?
Oh, am I? Okay. I'll go out and come back in again.
Yeah.
I think Calafiori's. I think he deserves the praise. I think he's done all right, and he's when he's gone forward, he's been our most. He's had more shots than anyone. So
I think he actually has now, and even more than Gyokeres.
Just goes to show our. Just goes to show our. Our attacking side of things. He's not brilliant at the moment. Look, we're doing a job. We're doing a job, and it's proficient. But if you look at it from a kind of all-round point of view, as in transition in attack, the way we flow in attack, that still needs to be. There's still a lot of work needs to be done in that final third for me to go on and win the league. We need to improve on our final third. And you said something about Saka, Aaron.
Yeah.
I say to win the league and win major competitions, and let's be honest, all the top Arsenal fans, the delusional Arsenal fans, whatever you want to call them, top gooners or whatever, they've all said it. If we don't win the Champions League or the Premiership, then Arteta has to leave. Right? Simple as that. Now, if you're going to do that, you've got to get goals from other players. You've got to score goals from all around the pitch. Because when the set pieces dry up, you've got to get goals from your midfield players. You've got to get goals from your left wingers, your right wingers, and everything else. And we haven't got that at the moment. We haven't got it. Saka's goals are dried up, and Calafiori's had the most shots, and he's a fullback. But listen, defensively, we're a unit. We defend as a unit. We work hard. That ain't the problem. The problem is that final third. And we are going to, at some stage this season, we are going to need to score goals from everywhere else. And I'm just not seeing it at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing Saka scoring goals. I'm not seeing an abundance of goals. Eze, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it from Eze. I thought Eze would chip in with a little bit more goals than he has, and he hasn't.
Yeah, it's not happened yet, is it?
It's not happened.
We've seen moments.
This is what I'm saying, Aaron. This is what I'm saying. At the moment, we're getting away with it. The set pieces are coming in, and we're scoring goals. Other than that, it's a worry. It's a worry that our fullbacks are probably our most effective players in the team.
Yeah. I knew I did have this.
Apart from Rice, obviously, and Gabriel, our fullbacks are the next best things players going forward.
Yeah.
Mm.
There you go. Yeah, but I don't know if it's you, Norm, who said it or not. Yeah, there you go. Calafiori just behind, and then obviously you got Timber that completes the top. Was that 6?
And then you got Timber. I mean, you're not gonna win when you come up against proper. When the teams are in their full groove. Come January, February, March, and the teams are in their full groove, and you are in the latter stages of the Champions League. That ain't going to win your Champions League or Premiership. Them stats. Yeah. It's brilliant at the moment, and everyone's looking, we're all enjoying life at the moment, but you do have to look beyond that.
Mm. Yeah, I mean that's one thing about Calafiori. I mean, as you said, he's more improved this year than he was last year. I mean, he's defending. I mean, last year he was just very chaotic, can't defend. And this season, I've seen a lot better defending from him this season. And the proof is here in the stats here. When he does go forward, he's quite exciting because you just don't know he could just get something out of nothing. And really, listen, it's good that you're getting that from your left back, but as I said, we demand more from our attacking players. And a question I've been asking myself, and I asked this on a couple of shows ago, about are we as a club be able to go to the next gear? Because you're hearing this narrative that Arsenal has a few more gears to go. Well, we need to start changing.
Yeah,
let's not cruise now. Let's not stay neutral now. Yeah, we need to start clicking up and going up in gears now. Now, this all comes with making sure that we have a forward line that is starting to click and starting to bang. The rotation, as I said, Mikel Arteta has to get that right. In order for this car to work perfect and to finish this journey, get to the destination and finish it, we've got to make sure that, we're starting to click into gear, making sure that the components of that car, or if we're using that analogy, everybody is in sync. So for me, Calafiori this season is a lot better than last season. And so he's definitely improved, and that's why he's keeping Emma Smith Rowe out Emma Smith
Miles
Rowe.
Lewis. I always call him Maitland-Niles, don't worry.
MLS out the side at the moment. And listen, fair play. That he's doing that. But look, at the end of the day, we still haven't got a proper left back or a world-class attacking left side. So that left side is still a problem. And if we really want to get over the line, we need to address that. You know what I mean? Look, we might be fortunate this season to do it, but I think that's going to probably be more down to our defense. But we do need our attacking players to step up and to start changing gears now. Do you know what I mean? But at the moment, I still think we're playing in one gear or in neutral. We're just cruising and everybody's all hunky-dory. Everybody's all happy, but we need to step it up. We need to step it up.
And that's the thing: is the manager going to put his foot on the clutch and change the gear? Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
We've sort of seen it. He's going to ride that clutch and burn them out. Have you seen what burnt out clutches like, mate? It costs a lot of money to
doing 70 on the motorway in third gear or something like that, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Car's screaming at you, please just fucking change the gear. Please just do you know what? That's the thing as well, and we're sort of saying, it's not sustainable about the set pieces, and to a large extent it's not. I mean, it'd be unbelievable if they scored a ridiculous amount, like 25 or something like that this year from set pieces alone, 25-30, almost be like a Haaland-esque sort of striker. No one's ever done it before, and it's unlikely to. The problem that we're saying as well is why it's not sustainable, and how for us you need that extra little bit of layer is having your strike force properly fit and firing. We haven't had that. Granted, Victor Gyokeres, he's taken a bit of time to settle and, new tactics, blah, blah, blah. He's hardly hit the ground running. And you've got the left-hand side. Sometimes it's Trossard, sometimes it's Martinelli. doing okay. Yeah, fine, cool, fine. Don't win your Premier Leagues. And Saka, of course, is very, very, very below par. All of a sudden, then the 4 attacking players that have largely featured ain't been getting goals. Even Madueke, when he was coming up, when he was fit, he was good, but he weren't really scoring or assisting. So all of a sudden, you've got this nucleus of 5 or 6 forward players, and either none of them are scoring goals or assisting, or they're not on form. That is absolutely well and truly not sustainable over 38 games. It just isn't. It just ain't. We're going to need at least 8 of them 11 players firing minimum all season. Minimum 100%. That's what I believe anyway. I don't know about you boys. Let me get this super chat from Joseph Connor Golden. Big up to you, brother. How we doing, JC? Always in here. Spreading the fucking love as always, my brother. Big up, Aaron, DJB, Shane, and Normski. Big up to you, man. Hope you're keeping well. Gyokeres, yeah, he did play well. Sack a new contract though. I haven't seen that's been confirmed. I know he's been talking about it. But yeah, I don't know if anything's been confirmed there, JC. But he ain't played well at all, man. And he'll be getting in the 300s, when he. Let's face it. I just hope. I'll tell you who I did see is almost primed and ready for a new contract is Martin bloody Odegaard. You can't be giving that geezer a pay rise, and obviously he's going to get one, isn't he? He's on 240k a week. He's going to be going up to 280, 300k's, man. That geezer ain't worth a wank. That he just ain't. He's probably the second worst midfielder at the football club, behind absolutely well and truly Norgard. What a steaming pile of shit that bloke is. I'm sorry. I'll just be totally honest with you. He is fucking crap.
But we've got the best squad depth. Look at the squad depth, Aaron. Squad depth, mate.
He's atrocious.
Premier League proven.
Oh, mate. What quality of player you're getting when he's just happy to make a Champions League appearance before he retires. Come on, man.
Yeah. He's,
he was crying to the music. What are we doing here?
It's just another El Neni, isn't it?
But worse.
Worse.
Yeah, it's harsh on El Neni, yeah. He was just is what it is. This geezer, he ain't even a £12 million player. At least with El Neni, you always had the, he's a £7 million player. Yeah. Norgard ain't even a £7 million player. We paid twice for him. He's horrendous. He come on. His first touch is crap. He can't play a forward pass. He gets taken his passing is absolutely atrocious. Even remotely close, I've seen him boot it out, misplace, overhit it, underhit it. I'm sitting there thinking, you're next to Declan Rice. How can you be so shit? He's doing all the running for you. All you've got to do is just sideways pass. That's what you've been bought for. How are you fucking that up?
Why did we pay? But this is what I'm trying to say. We're scratching our head to find a replacement backup striker. And yet we've spent money on Norgard, and we still haven't got an out-and-out left winger, really. And yet we've spent all. Yeah. It's just madness. It's just madness. This is what I'm trying. When we signed Norgard, I'm thinking, why we signed him? What was the point? What was the point of signing him? If he was any good, why didn't the Brentford manager take him to Spurs?
It was good business, according to them. It was good business.
Crazy, but it is what it is, man. But no, listen. We have to start scoring goals from elsewhere. We have to start scoring more goals from open play. Is it sustainable to score set pieces throughout the season? Yeah, it is. It is possible. Will it happen? No, it won't, because it won't. It won't. Teams will start getting a grip of us very, very shortly, and it will happen. Do you know what? I want to make another. One of the things that wind me up at the moment is everyone keeps saying about, Man City. You take Haaland out of the team. Haaland, they've only got one player, Haaland. Well, you know what I mean? But I mean, come on. You take Rice out of our team. How are we scoring goals?
Yeah. He's irreplaceable. Absolutely irreplaceable.
Yeah.
There's no one else in that squad that we've got that does remotely close to what he does.
No, exactly.
Yeah. No one remotely close. I mean,
Unbelievable.
he was charging forward in some of the moments in there, and then all of a sudden I look back and he's made an interception at the fucking in his own box.
It's like that.
Like, is that
Well,
him again? I was looking at that. I was like, this is just unbelievable. We just had one of them Stormer of the
Well,
games, and he does it on a regular basis.
when we had that attack, when we had that breakaway attack against Burnley, he was on the 18-yard box. Yeah, he was just on the edge of the 18-yard box. Yeah, and I'm thinking, right. So I mean, listen, Gyokeres has made that run down the flank, and he's played a pass, which I think he was meant for Eze. You know, everybody's trying to say it was. I think it was meant for Eze, but he's looked like he's over here, and he's ended up at Trossard's feet. And the next thing I know, Trossard's crossed it, and then I'm seeing Declan Rice. I've tracked him, I've watched him, and I'm thinking, what a goal! He's run all that distance, yeah, to get in that box, and to pinpoint cross on his head, bang, beautiful, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, if you lose someone like him, because he does everything in that team for us, and just the same way, if Man City loses Gyokeres, it's equivalent to us losing Declan Rice, because he does everything in terms of winning the ball back, the crosses, the set pieces, the free kicks. He's got it. Do you know what I mean? And his work rate is just unbelievable. And that's the worry for me, that he is blowing. You know, we used to watch him in games. After 20 minutes, the guy's blowing. You know what I mean? So if he goes down, bro, you look across and there's no guard. You know what I mean? It's like,
he shouldn't have to cover that much ground, though, Norms. He shouldn't have to cover that.
That's what I'm saying, because he's doing Zubamendi's work. I'm sorry, he's doing a lot of Zubamendi's work as well.
No, don't get me
started.
started.
Why does everyone seem to think that he's come in and been like unbelievable, Zubamendi?
He's probably the most overrated midfield player I've ever seen. He's up there.
Against Palace, he was absolutely diabolical against Palace.
Useless,
relentlessly giving the ball away. Burnley, he was average. He does see little sideways passes. He's neat and tidy, but he loses the ball under the press, which we said he would. His passes, I thought he was a line breaker. I don't think I've seen him play a killer forward pass yet. I don't think I've seen him play
He's played a few pretty diagonals. That's about it.
A few of them, but I mean, most defenders, professional, or most midfielders, professional midfielders these days can spread a ball. You know what I mean? Nothing exceptional. Nothing to make me think that this guy is the be all and end all. I don't get it. And like we said, if it wasn't for Rice, he'd be getting found out a hell of a lot more than he is. And he's already getting found out quite a bit.
I thought I was the only one. I'm hearing people saying, "Oh, Zubamendi signing of the season."
Yeah, I've heard that and all.
You know, signing of the season, world class, all this, and I'm thinking, he's no Paul Scholes, is he? I mean, come on, man. What are people saying? Signing of the season because he gets the ball and he just knocks it like 5 yards to, and yet he watches Rice do all the running around and covering for him. And he might do one little pass, knocks it 5 yards to feet, or he'll control the ball in a tight situation and just knock it to the left. And then two phases later, he's getting caught on the ball and he's losing it. And he's on his backside, or he's getting pushed off the ball.
Plenty of that in every game. In every game, you see that. Numerous.
I don't see him take players on. I don't see him, make
doesn't start attacks the way Partey used to. Partey used to just burst out with the ball, be 2 or 3 players, and we'd be away on an attack.
No, exactly. I don't see him run out. I don't see him break up play at the edge of the box, drive forward with the ball. I don't see this. So I just want to someone tell me what he does. He's neat and tidy. I'll give him that. But I'm not seeing that he's the signing of the season. I see Etatike as one of the signings of the season. I see Volta Mayday of Newcastle, one of the signings of the season.
It's not even in the top 3 signing of the seasons for Arsenal, let alone the whole entire league. Do you know what I mean?
I was expecting to see some sort of proper player, like someone that's going to get the ball and ping it 20, 30 yards and drive forward with the ball, pick up the break up play, drive forward with the ball.
I mean, this notion that he allows Declan Rice to get forward. No, it's not that. He's not.
Has Declan Rice had an assist in open play? Has he? I don't think it's assist in open play. Has he?
I don't think yes. I don't think yes.
I can tell.
I don't think yes.
Probably not.
I don't know. I'm with you, Aaron. I don't know what people are waxing lyricals over him for.
Madness.
I'm seeing an okay player. I'm seeing he deserves to be in the starting lineup, but I'm not seeing I'm not like seeing wow factors. I'm just seeing a younger Jorginho. Well, he's not even in Jorginho's class.
Partey would still walk into this side, wouldn't he?
If
That says everything.
100%. If Partey was still
everything.
playing for Arsenal, we'd walk in.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Twice the play.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I had an argument against that, right? I was saying that when I was doing the bit where I say about, when we have a close to a fully fit team, you have to be prepared for Arteta to go back to, either Trossard or Martinelli out the left and Havertz up front and Odegaard, Rice and Zubamendi. It'd be basically the same team as last season that didn't get over the line. So the only difference is that we'd have Zubamendi instead of Partey. And I said, and Partey is twice the player Zubamendi is. Is that the same Partey who got a silly yellow card against PSG? Oh, that Partey. And I went, so everything else he did, that's what they're weighing up against. One yellow card. And that dismisses, that makes him a better player. Sorry, my argument's done. You know what I mean? I mean, what are you meant to do when you're getting hit with stuff like that? That's what they do. It's the little moments, and they cling to that moment and they talk about it. Pincus was asked about his favourite ever Arsenal moment. Declan Rice's free kick against Real Madrid. That's what you have, a game that led to absolutely nothing. Is your favourite Arsenal fan?
That's his favourite
Arsenal
Arsenal
He's young
moment.
enough to remember FA. That's his favourite Arsenal moment. One goal in a game.
I thought you said favourite Declan Rice moment.
No. All-time Arsenal moment.
Ridiculous, man.
All-time was that free kick, right? Because it's the feels. It's all about the feels and the dopamine when you're celebrating. It was my favourite moment. I get it, right? But you know what? I probably celebrate it more if you want to go to the recent Arteta history against for Reece Nelson's goal against Bournemouth.
Yeah,
because when we thought we were going to win the league, we didn't think we were going to win the Champions League when he scored that goal. But this guy was around for FA Cup finals. I know he's probably supporting QPR at the time, but still, he could have talked back to a different one. You know what I mean? But yeah, look, this is the level of fan that we have right now. Moments and feels. That's what we're living.
Yeah,
crazy
mate.
Work, man.
Look, I said, and I'm sure I said this earlier. Big up to Johnny in the chat as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. Don't forget to smash your likes and sub to the boys. Links are of course pinned. But yeah, I've said this to on stream last week. When you go down the boozer or wherever you go down to have a little football chat with your mates or whatever, mine to be the boozer, you don't bounce in there and you got a Chelsea fan, a Man City fan, a Liverpool fan all sitting there, and you got your chest out, you're bouncing in and going, you know what I mean? Yeah, fuck your Champions League, by the way, Chelsea.
Yeah,
absolutely sod your 4 in a row, Man City, and your Champions League, Liverpool. Yeah. You're nothing but champions this year. You've done nothing as a club. We've got records. We might beat the Chelsea defensive record. We might do this. I'm sitting there thinking, who gives a fuck about records? What man has ever, in any pub situation or mate situation around with their lads, brought records as something to go by and their mates win trophies? Who gives it? Records are quite pretty. Like Invincibles is a record. It goes really well with an Invincible with a Premier League. That's it, exactly right. It goes really well with that. Cool. Chelsea can say, yeah, they won the league in 04-05 with a nice record of that 15 clean sheets. Phenomenal record. That sounds pretty then. But if you don't win it, who cares? Who cares about all the other records that Mikel Arteta's got? I'll tell you what, if I'd done about 10 minutes of digging, I'd probably find more bad records he set than fucking good ones. You would, wouldn't you?
I think this generation of fans would be happy, with Arsenal if, say, where we won 14 FA Cups, right? They would be happy if we got into a final every year for 14 times. Say, oh, well, listen, we've got a record. We've been in every final, but never beat. The difference is those records, we've got something to show for it, which is a trophy. We have 14 FA Cups, not 14 finals. Oh, and yes, we got 14 finals, but what you get with it is a cup. But this generation of fans that lives on stats would be happy to say, well, we're the team that's been in the finals the most. I couldn't care less. What did it get us? That's what I'm saying. Because the other team, or all the other teams would have won something. We haven't. So it is what it is, man. I'm tired of the stats. Seriously, that leads to nothing. Absolutely leads to nothing.
That's another little thing, the little giddiness that makes them feel better. It's annoying when you're on panels with them, they start using things like that. And sometimes I want to reserve my energy and just absolutely hammer into him. And the other times I'm like, just get me out of here, man.
Yeah,
You know, when
well,
sometimes you just can't be bothered. Like,
Mhm.
you just can't be bothered. I feel like I could sit here and explain to you with factual evidence. I could show you videos, bring up statistics. I could do it for all of this hour and a half show. And all you'll say at the end of it was, but this will be our year. Like, do you know what I mean? Nothing will go in. Yeah, but the record against the Big Six was good, though, wasn't it? I was like, what, the one that's gone now?
Do you know what it is, Aaron? And all three of us have said it numerous times this stream, and I've been saying it for ages. We're 10 games into the season. I know we have to keep saying it. We're 10 games into the season, and they're already giving it the whole that, and this is what we're going to do. And I talked to Rashid about it today, because he was saying about the set pieces are helping us, because when we can't break down a low block, you get the set piece, get the first goal, then they have to open up, and then we get an open play goal. But the three teams that were able to had the firepower to hit us when we couldn't break them down was Newcastle, City, and Liverpool. The Newcastle one took two set pieces in and around the last few minutes to win it. We lost to Liverpool and we drew with City. So when we couldn't break them down with a set piece, they didn't. Then they scored first. They didn't have to come out anymore, and then we couldn't break them down. So unless we break the team down with a set piece, they ain't coming out. But you know, City play against low blocks all the time. How is Haaland scoring so much? This low block thing, and this is all brand new. This is another. It's like a stat they use to protect this manager. Oh, but they don't face it. If I hear that again, they don't face low blocks. You know, we only face low blocks. It's such a load of bollocks, man. Every team that is a big team since the beginning of football has faced low blocks. It was just called parking the bus, and then it was called locking up, and then it. You know what I mean? It's like everything is just made to protect this guy. Oh, well, he has to deal with stuff that other people doesn't. It's like when he constantly says, we play every 3 days. Every press conference, he'll say it about 8 times. We play. He did it. It does it for the last couple of years. We play every 3 days. We play every 3 days. And he says it so often that people subconsciously think we're the only team that plays every 3 days.
It's smart.
There's 9 English teams in Europe. So all of them play every 3 days. Every single one of them. And he just, because he says it so often, people go, oh, yeah, poor Arsenal. They play every 3 days. Everybody does. You know what I mean? The only difference is that our same 11 play every 3 days. With the other teams, it's different players playing every time. You know, that's the only problem. That's self-inflicted.
We're the only ones whinging about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Well, the entire fan base. Now they'll look, saying, we play 3 days. The same fans that'll be like, well, we want Champions League football, want European football, but you don't want the games that come with it. How does that one work out?
Yeah.
But Aaron, but I don't know why people are worried, because our squad depth, we've got the best squad. Yeah. So it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter about the fixtures, should it? Why is everyone worried about the fixtures? Because our B selection is better than just as good as our first 11.
Yeah,
so
we'd finish first in the
squad in the league.
We can play Wanyeri and Dowman and all of this, because this is it. We don't need to worry, do we? So I don't know what everyone's moaning about.
No, why are we so negative?
Yeah. I mean, the next 28 games are going to be a piece of piss, aren't they? Do you know what I mean?
Well, they're all going to.
I mean, according to someone last week, the league's going to be done by January. In January, I've never known. In all my 50-odd years of watching football, I've never known a league won in January.
Oh dear!
New record. There you go.
Never known it.
That's ridiculous, man. A little January
Never,
Premier League
even
title.
The top Man City teams and the Peps of winning leagues and Arsene Wenger's
100 points.
Ferguson's.
100
crazy.
Points. Yeah, that's madness. But that's the thing. Look, any little thing that we say seems to get picked up, and then you got these fucking clowns saying shit like that every day on every show on a regular basis. And they think we're deluded or off our rocker and things like that. I've never got it, man. Absolutely got it. It baffles me, mate. Big up to James from E20, man. Hope you are doing well, man. He's saying the lads. Big up to you, brother. And I'm bloody glad for you, mate, that you managed to get a win. I am, because I was watching your stream the other day, bud. I think it was a live stream. Was it Leeds? I messaged you a couple of times in the chat, and it weren't very happy, was it, mate? I know I could see it in your face. You was fucking seething, and the people in the chat were gutted. So I'm really glad that you managed to get the win. Hopefully, it's a little platform to sort of get you a few more results, because I definitely don't want you to go down. It'd be hilarious laughing at my dad and watching him suffer, but you know, You know, but I don't mind West Ham. I don't want him. I'd rather him stay up for you than him, to be fair. You know, no, big up, Dad, if you're watching. You know what I mean? Big up to you, James. Go and give him a like and sub. And of course, Suge. He's saying to Sean, the closest you'll come to a brainstorm is a light drizzle. I'm still deciding whether you're the weakest link or the missing link, you dirty mank. Why are you from Manchester now?
I've no idea. I've been Scottish, want to be English. Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm not sure. I think it's because I do a Scottish accent. I'm not sure. It's Suge, man. You know what I mean? It's Suge. He should be happy. West Ham won. He got his first win as manager. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be so angry.
Well, if you thought you was in Suge's good books, no.
Well, there he goes. Yeah.
Evidently not. You know, Suge.
The honeymoon's over, man.
Yes, that's that. I hope you enjoyed it. Do you know what I mean? All the 3 hours of a respite from Suge.
15 minutes of fucking respite.
Yeah, 15 minutes of break. You know, it's fun while it lasted, wasn't it, Shane?
It's a record. It's so long as he's gone without showing abuse of me, I think.
Yeah, I'm only jealous is all. That's it. Do you know what I mean? I want my 15 minutes of respite, not fame. I want some respite. 15 minutes of Suge respite. Look, boys, we've got a big game coming up, yeah, and people are discrediting Sunderland, I think, a little bit too much. And we've mentioned it, obviously. Yeah, I think it is crazy. They're in form. They're very good at home. And they've obviously got a certain so-and-so called Granit Xhaka in their squad. Probably be he did. Yeah, I was literally just watching highlights a second ago. It's quite an important weekend, this, though, isn't it? If there's all of them where you don't sort of slip up, it's got to be on that weekend where Liverpool are playing Manchester City, or Manchester City playing Liverpool, rather, because one of them's going to slip up. And before we come into the Sunderland, what would you want from that game, DJB? Before we come to Arsenal Sunderland, you've obviously got the next day. Is it the next day? Am I right? Yeah, it's Sunday, isn't it? You've got Manchester City versus Liverpool. What do you want in that outcome? You one of them that want to draw, so you get the best of both worlds, or would you rather Man City being stopped?
I think a draw, really, because I mean, if you wanted one team to win, it'll probably be, I don't know. I mean, yeah, a draw would be ideal, wouldn't it? Especially if we take 3 points. Because if we don't take 3 points and City win, suddenly, the gap is even closer. So, I mean, what we've got to do, we've got to take care of things up at Sunderland, and that's going to be. They're not going to show us any respect. They're not going to back off and show respect like a lot of teams have been doing. Sunderland will steam in. They'll get the tackles in. They're a physical team. I don't know if you see it tonight. I mean, they clattered Jack Grealish a couple of times. They're not going to show no. They're just going to go steaming in. It's how their manager wants them to play. Yeah. Very physical. And they're very, very good at home. So it is going to be a battle on Saturday. If we get 3 points, then I'm hoping Liverpool and City get a draw. But I can see City beating them, I can see City beating Liverpool. I really can.
That would be the worst case.
Is it at Anfield?
No, it's at City.
No, it's Etihad.
It's at City. I think City will beat them. I think City will beat them quite convincingly, to be honest with you. I think it'll be 3-1 City. And
that'll kill them off, wouldn't it, Liverpool, if they lose that game?
I think
if we've won, if we haven't,
sorry. But I honestly think that we've got to go into that game Saturday thinking, right, City's going to take 3 points because Liverpool are not in the best of form. Well, I know they won the weekend, but they're not in the best of form.
They were gifted those goals.
So I think Arsenal have got to go into that game against Sunderland on the understanding that City are going to win. And then we've got to get the job done. But listen, if Gyokeres is not fit, it's going to be a whole new dimension to that lineup. And as I said, Eze's not really on it. Stacker's not really on it. Trossard, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what Trossard's going to turn up. And if you've got those players not on it against Sunderland, it could be a tricky one. So this is what I'm saying. You've got to take every game as it comes. I know people want us to get carried away. They all want us to be like the you know, the names that we won't mention. They all want us to be
Mhm.
happy and fluffy and all that. But you've got to take one game at a time because there's injuries now. And he's got to change the formation because Gyokeres ain't playing.
Yeah, it's basically the same squad. If Gyokeres don't play, it's basically the same squad as last season, then, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
basically
just in a
Weaker
better
without
position.
Basically it is.
Yeah.
Basically it is, and
Yeah.
you ain't got Thomas Partey. You got Zubimendi.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that's more than fair. More than fair enough to say. Yeah,
So-
especially at this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
No, I'm saying a very physical Sunderland side that likes to close you down. I don't know whether Zubimendi is going to be able to deal with that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So
that could be how we concede. You know, yeah, that's it. One of them sort of sloppy. You know, is it going to be one of them cold, wet nights up in Newcastle? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You've got to be able to. You've got to be able to deal with that, and your norms.
Yeah, I mean, you heard the fans tonight. I mean, it was pretty raucous. Do you know what I'm saying? They're very kind of very aggressive. Do you know what I mean? They, so it's not going to be as easy as what you think. They are good at home. Listen, they got. I mean, the first half, they were the better side. Everton were the better side, but then second half, I mean, I didn't even have time to sit down, and then I knew it was 1-1. It's like, you know what I mean. Yeah. So, and Granit Xhaka, look, he was dictating that midfield, in there. We need to go there, as I said, roll up our sleeves, just not go up there thinking, oh, it's just Sunderland. We need to go there, and I think this season. Whereas last season, where we needed to go and win games, when Liverpool dropped points, we didn't do that. We're doing it this season. So, as DJB says, let's just take it one game. Let's not go down to the future. Say, oh, yeah, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing that. Just look at this one game in isolation and say, listen, guys, we have a chance here where Liverpool or City are going to drop points. Let's make sure we put down a marker, go there, and play our skins, not only play our skins, go and give them a game and put them to the sword. If it's one of those games where it's going to be a bit stronger, I know people are going to turn and say, well, we went there, it was a tough place to go there, and we win again on a set piece. It's like, do you know what I mean? I want us to go there and be convincing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But the worry is if Gyokeres is not there, then Moreno leading the line for me. It's just going to be more. He's going to be ending up on the floor more than he's stretching the.
Do you know what?
Players. So he's going to have to change up. He's going to have to, as you say, change up his tactics.
Norms Moreno, he's only looked somewhat good in the eyes of Arsenal fans because he weren't expected to do a good job up front, and he done an all right job. But when you actually just deep it and you just go, all right, well, he overachieved, but it still weren't great. And then you you take that away and think, well, he's not a striker, but okay, we need a fucking striker. We've got him up there. He's a poor player. Yeah, he's a very, very, very poor player. He's horrendous in midfield, and he's a body up top. He's not what we need. God forbid Gyokeres is is out injured for a while, because somewhere like you need that work rate, and if you get a chance, Gyokeres probably gonna at least have a better chance of finishing it. It could be a big thing in being out against Sunderland, and like you said, they're going to be bang up for it, man. Like absolutely bang up, and so they should be. They're back in the Premier League, and they're playing a good team away at home. Sorry, in front of their fans. That's what the Sunderland fans have waited years for, playing the big boys at home. They're going to be absolutely bang up for it. And I just hope that we don't let that complacency slip in, like we have done in the past, where you've almost, you ain't earned your stripes, but you're bouncing around anyway, come on then, you know what I mean? Then you turn up half-assed. If you turn up 5% less, or want it 5%, maybe even 2% less than the other team, they've got a fantastic chance of turning you over. Because if a team wants it, that sometimes is a little bit better than a few quality players or moments, if they want this and we don't match it, we don't somewhat match it, we won't win that game on Saturday. That's
and the thing is, they've got a weapon. They've got a weapon with their guys, with their set piece as well. We got a guy that can. I mean, the guy can take a throw, bro. You know what I'm sort of saying? They got this. I can't remember if he's a defender. He's quite good in the air. He attacks everything, both boxes. So we have to be careful as well. Do you know what I mean? Because they could do us on a set piece. I mean, how ironic that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
To lose our first clean sheet against Sunderland.
Way high, isn't it?
Way high.
What do you reckon on it, Shane? The importance of the the importance of it. Well, it's all important, but you know, to take him seriously, to go there and you know, we got to want it the same level. Because if we don't change, you agree with that statement? You know, if we don't want it the same as Sunderland, I don't reckon we'll win. I think we might even lose.
Yeah, look, the thing is, this is the fifth now of the 5 games that I marked down that I wanted 5 wins with no hassle. So this will be the 5th one, and then we can start looking. But it's a tough. I guess the closer you get to it, the tougher it looks. Oh, listen, we were told all through Gunner that you could listen to that because we finished second, we're the second best team in the league. Because we finished second, we're the second best team in the league. Now that we got the signings, we're the best team in the league. And now that we're top, we're the best team in the league, or we're the best team in Europe. But if that's the metric to go by, then we're away to the 4th best team in England because they're in 4th. You know what I mean? If they want to use that metric of, you know, Sunderland are not to be messed with, man. They're quick, they're strong, as was said. They're decent on set pieces. They can defend set pieces. Now, I thought that about Bournemouth, but I just think that it's desperate that we're sitting here going, oh, we can get a set piece. We can get a set piece. I mean, we're not saying, oh, you know, Gyokeres can tear them apart. I know we're injured, but we wouldn't be saying that anyway, or just get the ball to Saka, or we're not saying. We've been told over and over again that he's freeing up space for everybody else with his run, you know, so that's gone as well. So I look at the Sunderland game and I go, listen, a win would be massive. It'd be massive. You put the pressure on both City and Liverpool before that game as well. You get your job done. It's the stuff we normally slip up on. A loss would be devastating. Be absolutely devastating. Then you're praying for results again. You're praying for a draw in the other game. We don't want to be looking at other results. We just want to win our games. But Sunderland's going to be tough. It would be a big win. Like you said, Saturday night, it'll probably be rainy and miserable. They'll be 100%. Up for it. They're quick. They're strong. They can hit you on the counter. They've got a bit about them. If you watch that game today, Everton absolutely smashed them in the first half, and they came out in the second half a different team. That's a sign of a good manager. It's a sign of players that are up for it. Xhaka's playing really well. It's written in the stars that he'll ping a winner. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that could go wrong. But these are the games, like you said, that you have to win. You have to go there and win. And we get the 5 wins in a row. I said without any hassle. If we did it all with clean sheets, then that's without any hassle. Can't go perfect. These guys are getting so carried away that their whole world will be rocked when we lose a game and the points get closed down. They'll suddenly realise, oh, God, this wasn't the walk in the park I thought it was. I don't think the players will get complacent. I'd like to go there and try and blow them away in the first 20 minutes, take it a bit easier. But, look, I'd have us down for a win right now if you ask me. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And I wouldn't be stunned if we drew or lost. That's the fear. Yeah. You know, I don't feel invincible. I don't think every game, we're going to go and win. Every game I'm worried. And it's not just because I'm negative or anything like that. It's because I just look at the way we're not scoring from open play, and a game where we don't get a set piece working. And
do you know what game I feel? Sorry, go on, Shane. Sorry,
No, sorry, I'll be quick. Yeah, because we're talking about going in to this game with Marino up front, and you know, we're going with this team and that team. This is before we know if we come out unscathed tomorrow night as well. With the way we're dropping with injuries, we probably have another one lined up after the match tomorrow night, the way these players will be run into the ground. But yeah, listen, the Gyokeres thing's a blow. It's not like he was banging in goals for fun, but you know, he offered a different option. He offered a run and he did drag a defender now and then. But yeah, look, it's going to be a tough game, but we'll see how it goes on Saturday night.
Do you know what game I reckon it's going to be like if we do get the win, especially? I don't think it was last year, but I think it was a year before we went to Brentford and Havertz scored that late goal. Yeah, but it was a bastard of a game, wasn't it? Just horrible. Not loads of chances, just it was a fight. And I think that was a 5:30 Saturday kickoff as well. If my memory serves me well. That's what I reckon it's going to be there. I reckon if you get that one chance, you've got to bloody take it.
Yeah.
You've absolutely got to take it. Whether that be from a set piece, whatever, I don't know. But the ball needs to go in the back of the net. And I totally agree with Shane. If we can get that earlier, almost like the Burnley, you know, we got that goal sort of, what is it, in the 30 odd or so minutes, then it calms everyone down. You know, you start getting to half time, 0-0. Yeah, okay, cool. You still got second half to go. But then you start getting to 60th minutes. And then all of a sudden, them corners aren't quite whipped in with the same sort of, you know, composure they're usually whipped into. Everything gets a bit more frantic, a bit more desperate. So, absolutely, I mean, an early goal would be such a fantastic nerve settler. And to be fair to Mikel Arteta, what he has done, or instilled, especially this season, when we go 1-0 up, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, oh, that's it, guaranteed, chairs up. But you're pretty confident that you can keep it. You know, you think, oh well, we got the one goal. You know, maybe we have got it in our locker to be able to bastard it and keep the 3 points. I don't want us to always play like that, of course. I want us to have that in our locker as well. You know, just to be able to see out a bastard game while scoring early. I don't want that to be every game. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. You know, but I don't know. What's your predictions for Saturday? So I forgot that we got a Champions League game tomorrow. Absolute shambles of a man I am. Totally forgot.
I'm gonna go a real hard fought, scruffy, dirty, horrible, stink the place out 1-0 Arsenal.
Yeah. I mean,
backs against the wall in moments. We'll have our backs against the wall in moments, but I'm gonna go 1-0 Arsenal.
Yeah. No, I'm actually going to make that a full house. Yeah. I'm going to go for the 1-0. What about you, Noms?
1-0.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, 1-0.
Yeah, that's it, full house. But listen, if someone offers you 38 of them at the start of the season, you're taking it, and yeah. And Binks, yes, that is me eating all the kids' Haribo again. Yeah, they've got surplus or trick or treating candy. It's mine. I'm only joking. They took me trick or treating.
No sweets.
And I got to wear my boy's costume from last year, so we're all good. Yeah, on the hype thing, yeah, Shane. Don't think I didn't see you sausage. Yeah.
He wore his
eyes and ears everywhere,
and his wife had to take it up. It was too long.
Who ratted me out, Aaron? Who ratted me out? Who ratted me out?
Oh, I'm not going to rat them out. Yeah, I thought
Norms ratted me out.
Nah, let me. No. I just went off a point. It
was Dazza ratted me out. I know it was.
No comment here. Do you know what I mean? Snitches get stitches and that. After that's what thanks I get. We was on the phone and I said to Shane, I was like, do you know what? Come over for the Bradford game. He's staying at my house. I'm like, yeah. Do you know what? He's probably gonna look at my missus and wank in the toilet. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm letting him do all of this. Do you know what I mean? And then what do I get for it? The fucking Hobbit jokes come straight back out again.
Hobbit joke? I didn't call you Hobbit.
Well, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
No.
That's what we get. That's you fucking horrible bastard. Do you know what I mean? What can we do?
It was friendly fire, man. It was friendly fire. That's all it was.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
You can't let it descend like it did last time. It became a brawl last time.
When you get left out in the garden on Wednesday, do you know what I mean? That's all well and good. You know, I've got a little tent. I said stay at mine. You know what I mean? I've got a nice little pop-up tent you can have. Yeah.
My legs will be sticking out the front of it.
Yeah. I know. Well, it is one of mine, isn't it? You know what? Them little indoor kids' play tents. That's what mine is. Like a 4-manner for me.
Little windy ass.
Stand up in it.
Little windy ass.
What's this? Yeah, little 120 quid fucking tent. This is
ass.
massive. Yeah. Here we go. DJ B chipping in now. Here we go.
It'll probably be 3 inches of snow when he comes over.
Well, don't. I'll get lost in that. Fucking hell, don't say that. Jesus Christ.
I'd have to carry him on my shoulders to the
I'll be standing on your shoulders.
He still wears shorts.
Little parrot. I still wear shorts. Yeah. But they're like jeans for me, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They're probably your jeans. And that, funnily enough, ties in with obviously this wank stains chipping in as well. Adam, I'm nice. I don't want to be done for midget abuse. Yeah, yeah. Don't want to check your laptop IP fucking history either. I bet you dirty bastard. How does it feel to have tall dreams but short jeans? Oh dear. You don't get high, you get medium. I don't get high at all. Drugs are bad, kids.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad.
Big ups.
But if I was to, I definitely would only be getting medium. Absolutely. No grande over here, unfortunately. But big up the Suge. Swiftly move into conversation, fucking anything else. We've also got a game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And it is against Slavia Prague. And we'll wrap up on this because I've just seen the time. Can you see us rotating for it? I know we've got Gyokeres injured, which now makes it harder to rotate Declan Rice. But what kind of team can you sort of see us putting out and a result? Because I just didn't realise the time.
I don't think he'll rotate. I think he should do. I wouldn't play Rice. He's one yellow card away from missing the Bayern game. I think if we set up reasonable, we should get a result against Slavia Prague. But listen, it's Champions League, and we're not over the line automatic qualification. It's a tricky one because if you get 3 points tomorrow, and we do go into the Bayern game and we draw, it ain't really the end of the world. It ain't a bad result, to be honest. But if you slip up tomorrow, then the pressure's on the Bayern game at home. So I know people want to rest players and play like a. But I always say, take what's in front of you in the Champions League. Get the 3 points tomorrow. Then the Bayern game's not pressurised. You get a draw tomorrow or lose tomorrow, and that Bayern game becomes very, very, very full on. And if you lose that, which you're capable of doing because Bayern are flying, that's 2 Champions League games you've lost back to back. Suddenly now, the playoffs look kind of there. So go strong, get the goals, take the players off. That's my point of view. If we're cruising 2-0, 75th minute, take Rice off, whatever. But get the 3 points done tomorrow. Go out there, get the 3 points. Then the Bayern game is not so much of a pressurised game. You draw or lose tomorrow, that Bayern game's massive.
Yeah, 100%. So then you sort of need to get a result then. Whereas
you need to get a result. I know people are looking at 9 points and going, "Oh, we got 9 points," but 9 points ain't good enough to get you out of automatic. It's not good enough at the moment.
What is it? 16? Is that the?
I think you need about 15, 16 and 18. 15, 16.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of work to be done. So set up solid tomorrow. Get the 3 points.
3 games after the Bayern game though left, isn't there? 3 after that.
Yeah,
I think there's 3 after that. Yeah, but it just makes. I mean, we can play a weakened team and probably beat Slavia Prague, but I'd want 3 points tomorrow and then put Bayern and then get a result against Bayern. I don't want to go into the Bayern game thinking, "But we need to win this." Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
that's how I look at it. But yeah,
I mean, you still should be able to. I don't know whether you agree or not, Norms. I think you still should be able to probably swap 1 or 2 players around for Wednesday. I mean, like I said, he's got no choice but probably to put Marino up top. Whether he puts Trossard up the top, but then you got no wingers. You know what I mean? So it's almost like it's going to be Marino up top, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I do think we'll go there and beat them. I just think if he's just got this thing of preserving this trying to preserve this not getting any goals scored against us and that's where I think he's going to probably go for a stronger team and that, and then he might keep them on longer than necessary. Do you know what I'm sort of saying? So I would like to see not major changes, but obviously 1 or 2 players out. But I just think we've just got this issue. It probably will be Moreno playing up front. In terms of the back 4, he might bring in Ben. He bring in
Saliba from Mosquera, maybe, or Hincapié.
Yeah, Hincapié. Skelly.
Do you reckon he'll go? I don't think he'll do a whole change back 4 though. I think he'll only change 1 or a maximum 2.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I think he'll Brent White and he'll probably keep in Gabriel, bring in Mosquera, and probably might be keep Calafiori in there. If not, is Calafiori got any like a yellow card away from him?
I'm not too sure, but I know Declan Rice has. Yeah. So if he gets a yellow, he'll miss Bayern.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk playing Declan tomorrow. I think we should have enough because I just say you're going to need him for that Bayern game. But yeah, I think we'll get the 3 points. But forget about trying to get a clean sheet in if that's what you're going there to do and not lose and get a clean sheet. Stop thinking about that and just go and do the job. Get out of there. Do you know what I mean? If it's a scruffy win, it's a scruffy win. Just get out of there. Do you know what I mean? and then we can
Yeah.
focus on the
You
weekend.
can rest Saka as well. I mean, you don't have to play Saka because you got that.
We say that.
He could give Ranieri some more minutes in the Champions League, couldn't he?
He could, but
he won't.
I think he'll keep the spine strong, though. I mean, I want Rice rested, but I think he'll play. I think he'll keep it strong.
Yeah, I think you just like if he does keep it strong, then and we are hypothetically, obviously, let's say we are 2-3 goals ahead. Just take him off. Do you know what I mean? Just that's it. Get Rice off. Get Gabriel off.
Yeah.
Get the main boy. Get Saka off. Do you know what I mean? Just don't be silly. Do you know? Because we've even seen that of Atletico. Do you know what I mean? Like, why is Rice in that playing 90 minutes? Why? You know, they're the things that they're the extra minutes that can get them injured. It's them extra minutes, you know. People might say, "Oh, well, you know what? What's the difference between 20 minutes?" That can be the difference between a nightmare career-ending challenge. That could be the difference between someone Ryan Shaw crossing you. Do you know what I mean? It could be. You don't know. Look how spiteful teams can get. You know. What about you, Shane? Before we wrap, my brother, what do you reckon the lineup's going to be? Do you reckon he'll make changes? Do you reckon we'll win? If so, what's the score? What do you reckon on tomorrow, brother?
Yeah, but I'm going to respectfully disagree with the lads. I think he should be making 6-7 changes. I think we should be easily able to beat them. He could rest Rice, even with Zubimendi out. If he had any balls, he could go with Norgard and Lewis Skelly in a pivot with Ethan in the middle. That's the whole midfield rest. Not a problem. You can bring in Capier in. You can bring Ben White in. You can bring Mosquera in. You can just play Calafiori if you want to. He could, like we said, he will bring Dowman on soon, because if he brings him on before December 31st, he breaks the record, and then he has the Champions League record, and he say, "Look, I play youth all the time." I'm not saying go, ridiculous changes. He could even play. He could even play the young lad up front. He could play a noose up front. He could start him just to have him running around, saving legs. There's a lot of stuff he won't, because like Norm said, and I'm glad he said it. He's looking at going, if I keep another clean sheet, if I do all the records, and people will say I'm great, and that's what he'll do. I'm not saying change. I wouldn't put Kepa in. I play Raya. He's just a keeper. Play him. But you could go Raya, Ben White, Mosquera, Capier, Calafiori, Lewis Skelly, Norgard, Ethan. If he wants to play Saka, we know we'll flog him. Play Saka. You could play Dowman. You could play Trossard, and you could play Marino up front. You should be smashing Slavia Prague with that team. Easily beating Slavia Prague with that team. So, look, I'm not saying to do all of that, but he's got to do some of it. If he plays, the two centre-backs, especially for me and Royce, shouldn't be touching grass at all. They just shouldn't be, because they're our most important players. Timber as well. You know what I mean? Just don't put them anywhere near it, mate. You know what I mean? If you want to rest Saka, play Ethan out there. If you want to play Eze to get more minutes in his legs, fine. But we know what he'll do. I think he'll make... I think Lewis Skelly will come in at left back. I think Marino will go up top. I think Saka will start. Royce will definitely start. Norgard will start. I think Eze will start. He might go Ben White, and he'll play the two centre-backs. But, that to me is just craziness with Sunderland away, and we have 9 points. Even if you can have these guys on the bench, and if Slavia Prague somehow take a cheeky lead, bring them on in the second half and sweep them away. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you don't go behind and you take the lead, it's not even just about resting these guys. It's about having Ethan ready in case Eze goes down. It's about having Mosquera up to speed if Saliba picks up another injury, or Gabriel does. These are all pluses that he just ignores for silly records and for pride and for arrogance. Chelsea made 10 changes in their game against Ajax. They made 10 changes, man. They smashed them off the park. You know what I mean? We should be able to do that. So you have to think about it then, the Sunderland game, and then Rice picks up an injury, and we're taking it away from, we should smash them off the park with our B team, and we should definitely smash them off the park with our A team. But you could start Rice. He could get booked and you could still lose. You know what I mean? So he just needs to have some balls sometimes, which he doesn't have. He acts like he does, but he doesn't. But I'd love to see a almost completely changed team. It just has so much more positives for me. If they went and won, all the young lads playing in the Champions League game, they go get a win. And you have the big boys there on the bench. If it starts to go wrong, you throw them in to dig them out. But he'll play Rice, and we'll see what happens. But I think we'll beat them. I have it at 3 or 4-0. I think we'll beat them.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. I'm going to go for a little 2-0, because I don't know why. I'm not 100%.
We score more in the Champions League. We always score more in the Champions League. We always
Yeah,
do.
because
Jack,
they
we
are a
always
bit
do.
more open, aren't they? To
Yeah.
be fair, everyone
Mm.
knows. Yeah, well, I'm gonna stick it at a little 2-0.
Yeah,
But
I'll go
but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little 3. What about you, Norms? Before we wrap up, what's your score, Geezer?
I'm gonna go. If we make those changes that Shane's saying, I'll probably go 3-1.
Mhm.
Are we gonna concede? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-0.
Wow, that's it. Yeah.
I'm like,
So-
I
so-
think it's a little bit.
With the B team I mentioned, I think you'd be more likely to shred them because they'd all be up for it and they're all more attacking players anyway.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because you have
Yeah.
Eatons and the Lewis Kellys and all in the team, the Dowmans, all these lads that are playing still before he's sport them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
just
No,
that they were a
no.
bit, but because they were a little bit more open against Brighton, so they were cutting through us. Now, listen, we're away. Slava probably should beat them, but because you're away, it might. I don't know how hostile the ground is, but they might just get like a cheeky, goal. But I think we should be comfortable.
Yeah, no, facts. And yeah, we'll wrap it up there, man. Big up to the world-class chat as always. Come on, man. Big up to Suge.
Big up,
And the
everyone.
rest of you guys that sent the super chat and all the members. Big up to you, the mods. Big up to you, everyone in the chat. Come on, man. 100%. Thanks for joining us on the Monday evening show. It's the highlight of my week, you know what I mean? So I'm buzzing with that. Thank you very much to the legendary panel, of course, DJB, of course, Shane, and of course, brother Normski, the geezer. We will be seeing you at different stages throughout the week, I'm sure. But for that, we are going to shoot. Double boom. Mikel Arteta out.